Stillness and abundance. Stillness and abundance. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. I'm just sitting in this sound bath for a minute. Allowing my pineal to be constantly activated. Listening to this 963 frequency. If you're coming in this space, give yourself an opportunity to cleanse, clear, and transmute your energy to a higher nature of frequency. I don't have any tea or water present with me, but please stay hydrated. I could use some right now. I'm slipping. As I was sitting here just bathing in this frequency, this field of frequency that I have established for myself and for you to come and abide with me in, my mind was just traveling, how our mind do. And I was thinking about something that one of my starseed sisters, actually, let me change that. One of my mother priests, something that one of my mother priests told me years ago. And I said mother priest, though she is a priestess. Most of my teachers of a spiritual nature has been women, for those who don't know that. But one of my mother priests, I was thinking about something that she told me in a reading years ago, that only made sense to me in the past few years, couple years actually. And everything that I share is probably going to be from that space, and a lot of us is going to resonate with it, because it's like when I thought about the words are attached. Words paint pictures. So the words started painting pictures, and it's like I was going through a time zone. I was going through a time travel, past, present, past, present, past, present, past, present, because the fruits ain't happened yet. Past, present, past, present, past, present, because the fruits ain't happened yet. But anyway, I was being shown a lot of things. Just from a statement that I remember. But I was told they tried to copy everything but your heart. They tried to copy everything but your heart. For years, it's been over 10 years. For years, I never knew what that meant. They tried to copy everything but your heart. And that's why you made heaven look like hell. And that's why you made hell look like heaven. And now I get it. When I think about all the things that I've been through, like I'm sure you all do too, but when I think about all the things that I've been through and the space of mind that I'm in because of it, not due to it, but because of it, and what I'm able to give from that space, it's a beautiful thing. But now I get it. If you being blessed, I'm saying that to say this. If you being blessed, karma is near you. So what does that say about everyone else you know? If you being blessed, That means karma is near you. So what does that say about everyone else you know? The greatest healers, the greatest healers been hurt the most. I'm gonna say it again. The greatest healers, whatever kind of healer you are, the greatest healers been hurt the most. And because of that, they have the purest hearts. Now we understand. I'm gonna say it again. If you're being blessed, karma is near you. So what does that say about everyone else you know? It's not up for us to judge it. Just something to think about. God will hide us in plain sight just to save our lives. And sometimes we don't even recognize it. Sometimes we'll chase, we'll run behind, we'll bugaboo. The very thing that our lives are trying to be saved from. I'm gonna say it again. God, source, divine, spirit, your angels, whatever you call it, intuition. It will hide you in plain sight just to save your life. And sometimes we don't recognize it. It ain't no telling what we may have to endure that will be used as a cover to shield us. Just so people don't really see who God is in you and kill it in you before your natural time. I'm gonna say it again. God will hide us in plain sight just to save our life. And many times, most of us didn't recognize it, including myself. And ain't no telling that what we may have to endure that will be used as a cover just to shield us so people can't really see who God is in us and kill it in us before our natural time to exit this plane of existence according to the agreement of our soul contract by being here in the first place. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness to the cosmic consciousness and family and soul tribe. Peace comes from within, family. You earn it. I have to earn it, and I got a lot of it. I hope y'all do too. I say that to say, we ain't got no business feeling guilty for being blessed. If your life blessed right now, in whatever form, fashion, or shape your life blessed in, you ain't got no business feeling guilty about that. You ain't responsible for what nobody else going through that they created for themselves in the first place. We responsible human beings, adults. So we ain't got no business feeling guilty if we find our life being blessed at this moment in time. Are you? Because if so, you need to work on that. I worked hard on myself, and I kept my head high through the highs and lows. And I know there's a lot of y'all that's working hard on y'allself, and y'all have kept y'all head high through the highs and lows. And that was the devil in time to keep your head high through the highs and lows. That ain't easy to do. But if you know what it feels like to be down there, in here, you know being down there ain't where you want to be. You stay 10 toes down with people who in your heart knew didn't rock with you like that. I get it, because I did too. People who acted like they don't see your light when it's blinding them. I see y'all, because I did too. We gonna talk about it. I'm showing y'all what it did for me. These are the very things that my life is blessed because of. It worked both ways. See, it worked both ways. It can have one effect or it can have another. It's all to bring balance. How many people you know acting like they ain't see your life? Keyword, acting like. Because I know too. But one thing about light, no matter where it's moving at, with a little light, we begin to see the darkest things. With a little light. Not my light versus your light, or your light versus their light. With a little light, we begin to see the darkest things. If your life is changing, it's because the light in you has changed. If the light in you has changed, it has caused a vibrational change. If your vibration is changing, it's because you are changing. And if you are changing, it's because you're bringing about a closing and putting an end to all things that no longer serve your highest purpose. Give yourself a round of applause. That's a good place to be. Change. Change don't feel good. And a lot of us don't like, I won't say a lot of us. I personally didn't like to go through change of any form or fashion. I get used to getting used to how the mold work real quick, and as long as the mold work, I don't have no problem with staying in the mold in the mode of how the mold work. But in the rhythm, in the speed that things is moving in the 2000 and beyond, we can no longer be set in doing things based on the old way of doing things. Technology, technology, and more technology is at an all-time high. And I'm aware of that. And I don't really have a problem with technology besides the fact that technology can't become, quote unquote, our God. Technology can't do all the thinking for us, meaning we can't become so dependent on technology that technology, in whatever form or fashion that we're using it, is doing all our thinking for us. We got to stay imaginative. We got to stay creative. You know, we got to keep our mind percolating how it's supposed to percolate, doing what it's meant to do. We can't depend on technology to do it for us. Most people can't remember 3 phone numbers, and that's a problem. Change don't feel good till you get on the other side of it, and I can relate to that. Change do not feel good until you get on the other side of it, and then you appreciate the change that you had to go through, because 9 times out of 10, anytime we have to go through a change, it's needed. Man, I don't know where that came from. We are human. The same way we have happiness, we also go through hurt, pardon. We also got to be able to talk about it and express it and to communicate it. That's the only way we're going to heal it. We don't have to carry it by ourselves. and we shouldn't. So whoever I'm talking to, you don't have to carry it by yourself. And a lot of things that I'm gonna speak to today is one way or another, a lot of our storylines to some degree or another. How many people you know love to see others succeed? That's one of the reasons I do this. Rather it be 5 or 50 people, 50 or 500. All it takes is one to catch something that I say and set their life on fire with it. How many people you know that love to see others succeed? I mean, purely, genuinely, sincerely. How many people you know? It'd be surprising. It's a lot of our storyline. How do I know? Do I really have to say? I ain't saying enough. Some of us I don't know what we've been going through a lot of retrogrades, so I do know why my tongue tying and this and that and the other with my communication. Some of us have had to go way back into our early childhood memory, and do a lot of healing of all sorts, trauma bond healing, all kinds of healing within the last couple years, especially times like COVID and other crisis moments be the times that make us as human beings really tap in, really go within and start looking at how the nature of things and the way they happen affect us from an internal versus an external view. And when we start to go within, it starts to awaken us to many things that most times we don't pay attention to because life may have us caught in other things. But when we start to awaken, once you awaken, you can't go back to sleep, family. You can't go back to sleep. Because if you go back to sleep, you go against yourself. And you can't go against yourself, family. We can't unknow what we know once we know. We can't unsee what we have seen once we see. Always trust your intuition. If God hears you in plain sight, by this time right now, you already know. It's been shown to you by what you made it through. It wasn't for you. It was for others to know that they can do it too by watching you get through it. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody. Because you made it. You gave somebody that you ain't even know was watching you the courage to make it too. And that's a good thing, because of that, our pure intentions don't go unnoticed. It made it our time to shine. Whoever our may be, I know it's my time to shine. So it's up for whoever hearing this to claim it. But it's our time to shine, and we deserve it for once. Our pure intentions didn't go unnoticed. And if you thought so, you know otherwise now. So we don't have no time feeling guilty. because we blessed. You heard? Shake it off. Transmute it, heal it, and then give it to the world. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Feel good for no reason at all. It was a pleasure being here. Truly yours, your host and co-pilot, Saiwoodagod. One family. I love y'all.